no, get out of here, get out of here, out, I say. Oh, get out, stay here. How's it? Hey Moose, welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Aha. Grandfather, I guess to the box. You're up here too, okay. Aloha everyone, it is Thursday, April 23rd.
I can't leave.
Week left, until April is done. We need this going on. This one? That one looks good. Guess so. Yeah, Thursday. Okay, so I'm not rushing off to do anything, except now I'm rushing for the sunrise thing. The days are getting, longer? Yeah, the days are getting longer, so the sun rises is earlier. So I have to wake up earlier and chase the sunrise. Oh, look, it's the sunrise. Cherish it. So there it is. Okay. Little vlog, little news. The birds out there are back, and they're in the next door right now. There's a kind of a bulk of them. It's a wall, and now they're kind of dropping over here and there on this backyard, which is next to my back window, which is right there. And I know it's sort of like inevitable.
He is touching you.
Like Thanos said, it's inevitable. But once they start wondering, if they feel uncomfortable, they won't roost. They'll roost someplace else. But if they get established nest here and there, they'll call you other birds, and then it's a crowd. It's a mosh pit of this rah, rah in the middle of the night. Oh gosh. So I'm trying to temper that. Anyways, enough of that. My little physical thing, I'm still almost, it's tapering off to the very end, and then I got some follow-ups and a bunch of follow-up stuff, and here's something that's just weird. Okay, if one has a hospital visit and you're over, something comes up with the doctors, right? And then you get treated, right? And then maybe they make a prescription, maybe they don't. And then there's a follow-up appointment. So I go to make my follow-up appointment. So I'm doing this checklist of follow-up appointment is next in the checklist. And I don't have a PCP, a primary care physician, because mine, who's a cool lady, Dr. Gypsy Parr, I don't mind saying her name. She's a great doctor. She left. She's moving, or I don't know what exactly, but she left that system. So now I have to find another PCP doctor, a physician for my primary care. So I go to the list and I don't know how to choose, and pick one and pick for me. And I made a different location and all this kind of little stuff. So there's this one. And then the date for the initial visit is far off. It was scheduled for August 31st. I'm like, I don't have from now to August, I don't have a primary care physician. So all these follow-up appointments, I told them that. And they said, just call up their office. They'll arrange something. So I go to call up their office, and I'm in that little system, and I look, and I don't have, all of a sudden, it's not listed. My primary care initial appointment in August is no longer there. And I'm like, okay, what is going on? And I'm calling the office of that place. Dr. So-and-so, I won't say his name out of respect. The Dr. So-and-so, I had this appointment, and they're going, oh, well, Dr. So-and-so died unexpectedly. What? My new PCP doctor died. Like, this is not encouraging. And what happened to him? Doctors don't die, right? They know doctor health stuff. So that was a little bit of yeah. They're like, yes, it was very unexpected.
Lower.
For me too. God rest his soul. Kind of. So now I have a different setup and another doctor who I hope has better luck with me, and it's farther away in September, so it's like still in the same boat though. But anyways, I'm okay, and there's other doctors circulating that do other things, the disease drug, just so someone will, and my main one is the urologist guy, Dr. Sun. It's not like, hey, friends for life, I see you quite regularly. But I'm okay, except, basically I'm okay. Damn, getting old is tough stuff. Well, in the news, to be quick, there's the Strait of Hormuz, and then there's Trump. So there's Trump versus Iran. That's what you got. They bomb, U.S. bombs, I'm just going to make like third party. U.S. bombs Iran. Boom. Iran retaliates with missiles. Boom, boom. And Israel wants to get into the picture because Israel wants Iran off the map because Iran wants Israel off the map. And they got Hezbollah in the north with Lebanon, and the Gaza Strip has Hamas. And these are backed by Iran. And Iran has history with the U.S. back to Jimmy Carter was president in the 70s to 80s. Tie a yellow ribbon with the hostage crisis from the U.S. embassy in Iran. 444 days they held hostages. So ever since then, they're death to America, honey. And nowadays, with the hyperism of other isms, the hyperism of nationalism, like USA, blindly just going USA, USA. It's like, yeah, you can be patriotic without blindly chanting like a lemming. USA, USA. Every time they speak, that's called nationalism, and that's a symptom of bad stuff. But if they're still saying death to America, get them, bomb them to hell, it creates situations. Yeah, they're damaged now. Anyways, so they're far enough away. They weren't a threat, but boom, they want the bombs. First it was the enriched uranium, now it was Iran, then Iran in general. So they have the civilians, which is kind of like war crime. If you start hitting on the civilians, that's war crime territory. But they blocked the shipping going through Hormuz, which is 20% of the world's oil supply. So it really whacked on the world economy as well as the U.S. economy. Our gas prices are high. Some countries don't have gas. It's really bad. So America's response is, let's have a ceasefire, but we're going to block the U.S., where the U.S. is going to block the Iranian ports. So now the ports can block, so they're going to block. So who the hell is blocking the Strait of Hormuz? Help. It's Iran is going to block the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. is going to block the Strait of Hormuz. But Iranians are firing on oil tankers and stuff now too. So it's really, and if you don't open up the Strait of Hormuz, we're going to bomb you into the Stone Ages. And then there was a ceasefire, and then we're going to bomb you into the Stone Ages threat again. So the ceasefire ending yesterday, got extended. The peace talks got kind of canceled because I don't understand. It's back and forth. Then the Trump administration says something, and Iran's calling them out on you're going back and forth and flip-flop. The market's going woo, and somebody's cashing in on that for sure. So,
I was hurting.
Now, I'm not sure where it stands now, except what the heck? I think they extended the ceasefire and the markets.
Right.
They're trying to make the market, the economy, look good before the midterm elections is but 6 months. 6 months is midterm elections. And there's a lot going on in the marketplace. Michael visited and we had a big old chat. He informed me a lot of stuff. There's a Bitcoin convention. And also at the same time, this is just part of it, they're going to have the Fed with the interest rates. They're going to have an announcement. And that guy's gone at the end of the year. And then they have a new guy, which is sort of a Trump guy named Warsh. For the Fed, who's probably wants to lower the interest rate, but it's probably going to stay the same because inflation rates and unemployment rates got to keep under control. Otherwise, we have hyper and stagflation. This is crazy. There's some very wacky things planned to look good in the midterm elections. Meanwhile, they're gerrymandering all kind of stuff. Redistricting, and it's backlash. It's having a backward effect for the Republicans who are started that in Texas. Now there's California, now there's Virginia, now they're even talking about Florida. I mean, there's more seats being gained by the Democrats, and that's the opposite effect that the Republicans wanted. So they're like, let's do Florida. That could backlash too. They're trying, but so they might try some wacky maneuver with the economy, like lower the interest rates, like significantly too fast, and that could create more problems. There's problems around every corner. I told you this midterm election, it's gonna get wacky. Now it's the tremors before the earthquake. But let's look at this Hawaii news. See, there's something here with. Oh, what could it be? Looking. I don't know. Magical ink. Okay, let's try Hawaii news before. Just see if some stuff. I'm trying to make it short. Hawaii news. In Hawaii news, the allegedly corrupt lieutenant governor, is she? Lieutenant governor gets a target letter and a bribery. I don't know. There's a big thing. Governor Green is going, yeah, I'm going to meet with you today, but she's trying to make it like non-political, and there's like a definite corruption. $35,000 cut as a bribery, and it's like, it wasn't me. I didn't accept the paper bag with tons of crap. And the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, it's chaos. It's like the U.S. is seizing ships, Iran's nailing ships, and then Iran's seizing ships. That it's like piracy on both sides. Like, take the ships. The oil company's like, what the fuck? Oh gosh. So it's just a crazy zone there. Yeah, talk about that's peace, and peace award here. Here's the UH volleyball. Yay, UH volleyball. 5 of these guys, they got the kind national awards. So UH dominates the BWC, whatever that means. Big West, I think. Big West Conference? They got the awards. So 5 of them got named like top players by the national crew, squad, or whatever they are, conference. And then there's go-karts. In case you're thinking about gas prices. Hey, maybe this gets better mileage. There's gonna be a draft NFL. Look at all the helmets. I had stickers when I was a kid. All the little helmets. Some of them have changed. Some of them are. Oh gosh. You know what? They were back in the day. 1963. That's the year to relax. You just got there and check out Waikiki before hotels were built. Waves break on the outer reef between Moana Surf Rider Hotel on the left and Royal Hawaiian on the right. See the waves? Hey, it's the waves. Something was built there. There's like a giant hotel there right now. Anyways, this is that was 63. And drafts and transfer portals for the and Menahune Max Bye-bye. And there's no more Manamuni Max or hand-packed little Manamuni Max. No more chocolate back in those kind of anyways. They close. They go, bye-bye. Wait a minute, which way? This way. Oh, look, Ariyoshi's already back. Political cartoon. Here's the tariff refund portal. Not that the tariffs have to be paid back, says the federal court. Tariffs have to be paid back. Here's the portal. Come and get it.
This doesn't concern you.
Big business gets it. Because the businesses are getting it. The consumers, have to get it from the businesses. It's just like, you're not getting refunds as a consumer. Oh, no. Yeah, it's Gilded Age of America, right? Oh, the economy is just trying to... never mind, the decisions are...
Lawmakers must learn from Ariyoshi's example and Marcos and accusation. Industry sustainable and concentrating without personality. Trump presence on coin. Fiat money goes too far. It's too far for the fiat money.
Maybe I think this needs to be accentuated.
Marcos, welcome. Forever Mars. Ariyoshi legacy.
There's one thing that stands out above all else about Governor George Ariyoshi's tenure was his greeting of the post-Filipino strongman Ferdinand Marcos at Hickam Air Force Base, as if he was a beloved hero. Marcos and his wife were criminals who brutally plundered the Philippine Islands. This dictator ruled with an iron hand, stealing millions of dollars intended for the Filipino people. Many were imprisoned without due process, having committed no crime at all. Many died there as well. It is surprising to me that Ariyoshi didn't comprehend the ruthlessness and immoral legacy that Marcos left behind before being banished. Kevin Connolly, Kahala. Well, thank you, Kevin from Kahala, sending in your letter there and all that about Ariyoshi greeting Ferdinand Marcos. He was a brutal dictator. Him and his wife did all his money, and then the wife had they left for fear of their lives because there was revolution kind of thing, and they busted in the mansion, and Ferdinand's Imelda Marcos, the wife, had all these shoes, just like thousands of like those pump-up designer expensive shoes. But they came to Hawaii, and I'll tell you why I think that he was greeted by Governor Ariyoshi at the time with warm welcome is because Ronald Reagan, the U.S. president at the time, sort of declared the Philippines as an ally. So Marcos was a good guy, leader of our ally country, the Philippines. So because Reagan said Ferdinand Marcos was okay, then everybody else had to sort of toe the line or go against the president, and no one likes to go against the president. So that's why the Filipinos here are a lot of Filipinos here, so they're just like, yay, Filipino nationalism, and it's like Marcos here, and the Philippines are like, they're ready to kill the guy. It was horrible. They used the HIC arena because there were so many people, Filipinos, gathering to, hey, Ariyoshi. Then he died, and his body was here like it was a preserved mummy, and they're worshiping his dead body, like Lenin, Vladimir. And sadly, that's kind of what went down in Hawaii. Now, okay. And as far as this letter, Ferdinand were imprisoned people without due process, stealing from the people, and all this kind of stuff. Sound familiar? Yeah, that's all. What dictators, they'll gather the monies for themselves. Like airline and Hawaiian Airline have merged into one airline. There's an app for those two airlines, are the one airline. Spirit Airlines going down the tubes, and the government, Trump, wants to come in and save Spirit Airlines by buying into it. So they're going to be part owner of Spirit Airlines. Therefore, profits go to the government. I mean, Trump. That's called nationalizing businesses, and that's another symptom of supreme leader. not good. Anyways, it's Thursday, so it's already too long. I'm sorry about that. Aloha. Have a good day. Have a nice one. I got to press the right button. Go that way and that way. Okay.
There it is. Aloha to you. I think it's gonna be sunny day, so have a good day. Relax, it'll wash out.